Studies have shown how important it is to have meals together. Doesn't count eating McDonald's in the car on the way to a sporting event. That's not a meal together as a family. It's sitting around the table, it's sharing who you are as a family.
Every Sunday, all the kids come and grandkids, all the ones that live in town. And it's just a chance to, sometimes people stay longer, sometimes not as long, but it's a chance to see each other and catch up.
It's a teaching time. It's a growing time with family and how we're spending money. I mean, we talked about that with our kids, and we still talk about it intentionally with when our grandkids are sitting there. You know, what is Grandpa and Grandma? Where do they spend their money on? You know, what are we supporting ministry-wise, using those resources that God has given us?
They never shied away from sharing finances with us.
They basically, if you had any questions at all, they would answer it. It was never like money was taboo from the youngest of ages. Like when we would get an allowance, like 10% goes to God, 10% goes to savings. They were always thrifty. That was one thing that was, but it was like for a reason. It was because they wanted to be able to have more to give.
At one point, we're driving around these really older cars with, you know, I don't think any of us had a car that didn't have over 100,000 miles on it, including him and my mom. Like all of us were just getting these older cars, and my dad said, well, you know, we're doing money elsewhere. We're putting money into more important things, and we give money to the church, and we give money for this mission, and like if we didn't do that, we'd be able to buy a brand new car every year. But we're prioritizing that over our personal wants.
They're also very generous with the resources that they had available to them. Whether that be financial or otherwise, always looking to help people and bless them with the things that they were blessed with.
Mom plans a family vacation every year and coordinates it to make sure that it happens, and it's one of the best times of the year. We always look forward to it, like the countdown to vacation.
My dad purposefully took time off work to be with us. We didn't know, we just played with our dad over a long lunch break, but in retrospect, that's pretty big and pretty countercultural too.
I don't know if you know their background, but they used to live in the smallest trailer of a trailer park in Columbus, Ohio. And like where the shower walls were frozen. They talk about that there were times where they couldn't afford tomatoes, and you know, they would eat like bean sandwiches.
What's neat is like even when they were in that situation, they were still like generous, and they were still like giving of both their time and their money.
My dad was always involved in scouting. They were both involved in discipleship groups. I think the biggest thing is that they've always prioritized people and relationships over things.
Their intentionality with giving, their intentionality with creating pockets of time for us to spend time together, it's really clear where their values are.
They invest into their own marriage, and because of that, they were able to invest in our family, and because of that, they're able to invest into all of the spouses that have married into the family.
Lydia and I weren't dating at the time, but we were friends, and I remember her parents came to a dress rehearsal at our school for a play. We were at a break in the play, and I look over and I see Jim and Jenny standing in the entryway, and they're just watching. And he's standing behind her with his arms wrapped around her. For some reason, that has stayed with me my entire life.
My mom is the fiercest friend and I can think of. Like, she's just very passionate about the people that she cares about. And my dad is, he's just so consistent.
And when I think about the theme or the legacy of Mom and Dad's life, I would say it's love, because that covers giving, that covers spending time together, that covers the encouragement and support.
I think about scripture where it says that there's that whole host of people that you'll see in heaven, and I want all my family there. I want them, and I want the people I work with there. You know, the people I come in contact with. And God's just given me this vision for not just them or my grandchildren, but my grandchildren's children and my grandchildren's grandchildren's children. And you know, what is it that I can do now that can influence those generations. And it's to be a godly man. You know, just continue to do that. Be faithful.
Just serve.